Hey, hey, hey. Welcome back to Raggedy Ass Bitch TV, where we talk about the linguistic crimes people commit daily. I'm your host, and today we need to discuss a phrase that has never, in the history of human communication, made anything better. I'm talking about no offense, but followed by something wildly offensive. Let's discuss. Okay, so we've all heard it. Someone's about to say something rude, something mean, something that's definitely going to hurt your feelings. And they preface it with, no offense, but, as if those three words are a shield. As if saying no offense means you're not allowed to be offended. Spoiler alert, it doesn't work like that. Because here's the thing. If you have to say no offense, you know what you're about to say is offensive. You know it's going to hurt. You know it's rude. But you're going to say it anyway, and you're just trying to give yourself permission to be mean without consequences. And that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. Because let's be clear about what no offense actually means. It's not what I'm about to say isn't offensive. It's what I'm about to say is offensive, but I don't want to deal with your feelings about it. That's what you're really saying. I'm going to hurt you, but I don't want you to hold me accountable for it. And that's cowardly. And it's always something brutal too. It's never mild. It's never like, no offense, but I don't love that restaurant. No. It's always something like, no offense, but you're really bad at your job. No offense, but that outfit is not it. No offense, but your relationship seems toxic. No offense, but you've gained weight. No offense, but your kids are kind of bratty. No offense? No offense? Everything about that was offensive. That was pure offense. That was offense concentrate. You can't just declare that something isn't offensive and expect that to be true. And let me give you some real scenarios because I know we've all experienced this. Someone says, no offense, but you look tired. Translation, you look like hell, and I'm going to make you feel bad about it while pretending I'm concerned. Or they say, no offense, but I wouldn't have done it that way. Translation, you messed up. You are incompetent, and I'm better than you. Or the classic, no offense, but have you thought about changing your hair? Translation, your hair looks bad, and I'm judging you for it. See? It's never actually no offense. It's always maximum offense, disguised as concern or honesty. And you know what the worst part is? After they say it, they act like you're the problem if you get upset. Why are you mad? I said no offense. That's not a force field. That doesn't protect you. Saying no offense doesn't give you a free pass to be an asshole. It's like saying, with all due respect right before disrespecting someone. Or I'm just being honest after saying something cruel. Or I'm just playing after saying something hurtful. These are all the same thing. They are disclaimers people use to avoid accountability. They are ways of saying, I know this is wrong, but I'm going to do it anyway, and you're not allowed to be mad. And I'm tired of it. Because here's what I think is happening psychologically. People say no offense because they want the satisfaction of saying something mean without the consequences of being mean. They want to criticize you. They want to judge you. They want to put you down. But they also want you to still like them. They want to maintain the relationship. They don't want drama. So they throw in a no offense and hope that makes it okay. But it doesn't. It actually makes it worse. Because now you're not just dealing with the offensive thing they said. You are also dealing with the fact that they knew it was offensive and said it anyway. They knew it would hurt. They chose to say it. And then they tried to make it your problem for being hurt. That's gaslighting. But here's what I think is really happening. I think people say no offense because they want to be honest. But they don't want to deal with the consequences of that honesty. They want to say what they're thinking, but they don't want you to be mad at them for it. So they throw in a no offense and hope that softens the blow. But it doesn't. It actually makes it worse. Because now you're not just dealing with the offensive thing they said, you're also dealing with the fact that they knew it was offensive and said it anyway. And I know what some people are thinking. But what if I'm trying to help? What if I'm giving them feedback they need to hear? Then you don't need to say no offense. Because here's the difference. Constructive feedback doesn't need a disclaimer. If you are genuinely trying to help someone, you can say it kindly. You can say it thoughtfully. You can say it in a way that doesn't require you to warn them first. No offense is not for helpful criticism. It's for unhelpful criticism that you want to say anyway. Let me give you an example of the difference. Helpful feedback. Hey, I notice you've been struggling with that project. Do you want some help or another perspective? Unhelpful criticism with no offense. No offense, but you're really bad at your job. See the difference? One is kind, specific, and offers support. The other is cruel, vague, and tears someone down. And you don't need no offense for the first one because it's not offensive. And let's talk about what no offense actually does to people. When someone says that to you, you immediately tense up. Your guard goes up, you brace yourself. Because you know something bad is coming. And then they say it. And it hurts. Just like you knew it would. But now, you're in this position where you can't react the way you want to. Because they said no offense. So if you get upset, You're being too sensitive. You're overreacting. They've cornered you. They've made it so you can't defend yourself without looking like the problem. And that's manipulation. That's controlling. That's making someone feel like they can't have valid feelings about being hurt. Here's the thing. Honesty is important. I'm not saying you should lie to people or never give them feedback. But there's a way to be honest without being cruel. You don't need to preface your criticism with no offense. You need to think about how you're saying it. Ask yourself, is this helpful? Is this kind? Is this necessary? Because if the answer to any of these questions is no, maybe just don't say it. Here's what people don't understand. You can be honest and kind at the same time. You can give someone feedback without tearing them down. You can express concern without being judgmental. You just have to care about the person's feelings. You have to value the relationship more than you value saying whatever's on your mind. And if you can't do that, if you can't find a way to be honest without being hurtful, then maybe keep it to yourself. And if someone hits you with a no offense, you are allowed to stop them. You can say, actually, if you have to say no offense, I probably don't want to hear it. You can set that boundary. You can protect yourself from people who want to hurt you without consequences. Because your feelings matter. Your emotional safety matters. And you don't have to accept someone's honesty just because they warned you first. So, let me be clear. No offense is not a magic phrase. It doesn't erase the harm. It doesn't make cruelty okay. It doesn't give you permission to be mean. All it does is show that you know you're being hurtful and you're choosing to do it anyway. And that says everything about you. So, if you're someone who uses no offense regularly, stop. Just be honest without the disclaimer and be kind about it. Think before you speak. Consider whether what you're about to say is helpful or just hurtful. And if it's just hurtful, keep it to yourself. And if someone hits you with a no offense, you're allowed to be offended. You're allowed to tell them that what they said hurt. Don't let them gaslight you into thinking you are overreacting. Your feelings are valid, always. That's all for today's episode of Raggedy Ass Bitch TV. If you've ever said no offense and then said something offensive, congratulations. You played yourself. Next time, we're talking about people who ghost and then come back months later like nothing happened. So you know that's going to be good. Until then, stay raggedy, stay kind, and remember, no offense is not a magic spell. It doesn't work. Peace.